Hello everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Verdict, your regular Mystic player. Today, as the video suggests, I'm going to teach you how to farm a couple of things here and there, but all of the footage that you see is taken from my stream while I was doing it live and talking with an audience there. So you might not see the best performance here, but otherwise I'm going to teach you the basics and it's up to you to improve. So if you want to see this live on Twitch, please do follow me. I'll leave a link down below and also put it on the screen right now for you. But outside of that, let's get the video going. This is where the camp resides. You're gonna see Glish literally below it. In my opinion, this is the best route that a Mystic player can follow. I've already made a very, a very interesting map, which is gonna show you from the different, camp positions how exactly to maneuver. But overall, this is the spot. In terms of prerequisites, what you need to do is, make sure you have your stones with you, your Marnie stones with you. Buy a Fogan stone because there is an event here which spawns Fogans, and sooner or later you will fill one. My general recommendation would be not to go for too expensive consumables. I myself just run with Giant. You can run with Frenzy and Spirit Perfume, but in my opinion it's just too expensive and you're not getting too much out of it. Perhaps when you start farming this spot it's going to be better, but once you start really overclearing it, high cost consumables tend to not do the good job. So let's go into the map and I'll show you what to do with it. So very fast from the get-go, you're gonna see these stars. The stars represent pretty much each and every Swamp Naga camp which is amongst the spot. The red lines which connect these stars are whatever type of movement you want to make to the other camps. Whether you want to go vice versa or versa vice, it really doesn't matter. Pick and choose, but overall this is kind of the direction which you need to follow. The lighter green portion is an additional camp which I have added for myself whenever I get an Elvia weapon, because otherwise I overclear this spot. Overall, this spot really requires you to manage your mobility very well in order to move from point A to point B as fast as possible. It is reliable on you yourself looting, and there is nothing that you can really do about this, sadly. Unfortunately, the spot requires you truly to loot alongside your pets, but ever since the tier pet came out, this spot is definitely in a better light. Now this is the map, and let's go very quick into the Garmoth.com sessions. On Garmoth.com I managed to record the following sessions. Now all of these were actually done on stream, so I do have backup for them. Now, with that being said, I haven't used not a single Agris point on any of these spots. What you're going to see is that, of course, it's a yellow loot spot. As I mentioned into the prerequisites, I do have a quite a little bit of a, drop rate involved into it. But overall, onto the past, onto the past days where I've farmed this, I've been a little bit unlucky. Except over here where I got 3 of these moon nails within the span of 2-hour grind. But outside of that, I myself got very much unlucky. I'm currently running below average, and I really mean like below average. In order for me to actually even this spot out, I really need to get 2 nails within the next 2 hours, and usually this is about a 630 million, up to a 630 million pretty much silver an hour. So overall speaking, it's a very profitable spot. If you know what you're doing on it, you most likely would prefer to play with it. And now I'm going to go with you through the clearing process. Now let's go through together with this. The first thing that you want to do whenever you engage one of these camps is to make sure that the flower into the middle is actually killed. One of the best tips which I can give you is to never stay in the middle between these Naga commanders, because the most important thing is to get them all lined up. And once you do that, you're going to find yourself in a position where you really start to AoE things crazily. As you saw in the first camp, the 100% Black Spirit Rage which I used was absolutely fantastic, and I always do my best to stay behind one of these Nagas. As you see right now what I am doing currently onto the footage while streaming. You might see a little bit of grimaces here and there, but I'm talking with people right now on different topics. Who knows what I even said this time around, but nonetheless this is basically a non-Elvia rotation. The third spot right now, as you see, things are pretty much tidy around now, and I'm doing my best over here to keep all my buffs up. I might auto tap here and there. As I said earlier into the video, this is not the perfect footage out there, and I didn't really want to record a perfect one. I'm not really here to show you how to be as sweaty as possible. You're gonna get that through yourself. But the idea is really just show you what the Mystic can do on a spot like this. This is, I believe, yeah, this is the 4th camp onto the map. We're gonna put the map up so that you, of course, can see what exactly, where exactly we are right now. I'll make sure to put that into the video myself. And you see that I'm looting like crazy. One of the issues over here on this particular camp is that the Naga, which you see right now, is a little bit stuck onto the stone, and because he's elevated, he does tend to take a little bit less damage than anybody else, and I kind of try to deal as much as I can to him, but I'm overall not looking to you know, prioritize him. So it's one of the things which you really need to keep an eye out for. Once in a while, you're gonna see those Nagas are like really far spread. They do tend to walk around, they do tend to be a little bit annoying, but that's nothing that you can't really manage. Make sure that you know that you keep your crouching wolf up, make sure that you have your increased range of Thunder Pound and the rest of the abilities. Your attack speed needs to be up. After all, I do have videos on this topic. These videos are pretty much learning the basics of Mystic, and once you have that going, I think that this spot is going to be an absolute treat. Every once in a while, especially on these camps, these two camps are very close to one another, and every once in a while you're gonna have that Naga be pulled to it. What I do personally is pretty much just you know, deal as much as damage to it, but you know, don't overdo it. Try to keep them all together, try to keep them as stacked as possible, and once we have that going, of course we can proceed to kill and loot as fast as possible. Now, it is a con of this spot that you have to loot, and I perfectly understand that, but it's not a deal breaker, at least not in my eyes. So this is one of the rotations whenever we talk about without Elvia. We're right now at Camp 1, and I'm gonna just do a quick review of me going through a spot which is, you know, exclusively only for an Elvia weapon. The moment you really get an Elvia weapon with a Mystic, you really start feeling this absolute godlike power just coursing through your character. It is so unfair to have this, especially as geared as I am on this particular camp, that it's absolutely insane. And you can see how fast I'm clearing things out. Now, this is camp number 1, and it's we're looking forward to camp number 3. Camp number 2, just pop a quick 100. I don't want to waste time on you know, using that on 3 Nagas in particular. It doesn't really matter because they die so fast. They die so fast that my biggest issue here is actually looting them as fast as they die. But that's simply just impossible. And here we go right now to the bonus camp, which I accidentally missed onto the footage. I figured out that I missed, and now I'm going backwards towards it. And as you can see, it's dying quite fast. Now, this is the bonus camp in particular. My recommendation generally would be, if you really think that you're overclearing, go to another bonus camp like what I'm doing right now. Try to save 3 Martial Spirit Shards on your character in order for you to be able to move as fast as possible with your Flash Tap. Once your Flash Tap is on cooldown, it tries to consume Martial Spirit Shards instead of anything else. Shift Z, Flash, 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 Shift Z, Elbow Edge. We go into it, and now we are basically avoiding the overclearing. I think I went to the second bonus camp over there just in case to avoid any potential overclearing. Not entirely sure, but this is pretty much the rotation, guys. I want to see you guys farm this. I would love to hear what type of an trash per hour you guys achieved on such a spot. This is my favorite spot in the entire game to play as a Mystic. I'm gonna plug just quickly my gear so that you can see what I used while I was on this spot. I overgear it like crazy, I know, but the good thing about this spot is that no matter how much you overgear it, you always make more money at it because there is no fear of you truly like waiting for things to respawn here. as long as you know what you're doing, this spot is a treat. It's exponential growth, and I absolutely love it. I do hope that you enjoyed it, guys. It means a lot to me. Making such a video takes a lot of time. I hope that you would press that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, as I'm curious to bring you another spot. Anything that you could give me as feedback, please do so. What type of a spot you would like to see me cover up next as a Mystic, and you know, tell me anything. I'm just curious to hear your opinion. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy. Bye bye.